are you?
Never mind that. I've come to help you.
Oh, thank God. I thought I'd breathe my last here. Lucky for me, my guardian angel comes bursting through the door.
I'm no angel, so you'll have to answer a few questions before you get my help.
Oh, well. I knew it wouldn't be that easy.
Who is it you work for? Who did the wagon belong to?
To Menhart. He's some kind of merchant who hired me for protection. But that's all I know.
And where's this Menhart disappeared off to?
No idea. I blacked out after the attack. Only came to my senses once I got here. I don't even know where here is.
Who ambushed that wagon?
A knight. He's been following us for a while.
And where did he go?
I don't know. I got a beating, and then I passed out.
Do you know what you were carrying in that wagon?
I never asked Menhart that.
Can I see your wound?
Are you a quack?
Sort of. That's a deep wound to the flank and you're still losing blood. You need to staunch it.
Will you help me?
I can try. Tell me more about the knight.
Where's the coin?
What? What coin?
I will not repeat the question.
I don't know about any coin. I swear.
Ah! Don't! Where are those sacks you took from the wagon?
Sacks! They're behind the shed.
That's him! That's got to be that knight!
Is that all? Did you take anything else?
Fuck! Stop! Stop right there!
Catch the mystery knight.
Yeah,
Where did he go?
yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't even know the route is
Yeah.
riding.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Look at this shit. Bushes.
Well, I suppose it doesn't matter as long as he goes back to the Sasau Inn.
Yeah, that was crap. Villager. Here we go. Innkeeper.
Is there some...
I suppose I...
There you go. Are there any...
May the Lord watch over you.
Let's have ourselves a little sleep.
Mother of God! Take care.
I'm happy to see you again, sir.
Likewise. No doubt you have many questions.
I certainly do.
We will talk. Not here, however. The wolves have ears. Let's meet at the pond after sunset. You'll find me waiting by the big willow tree.
I'll be there.
I will expect you.
Surprisingly calm. Let's see if he is a man of his word. This is very risky. Like, meet me here. It's a total distraction. Like, I feel like I'm getting fooled, like duped. Of course, I will go and wait for you over there, Sir Knight, when you're unarmed and without armor. You will totally show up.
Yeah.
So what did the quest say? Sunset. Oh, hello.
So here I am. What do you have to tell me?
I brought you here because I did not want to cause an alarm at the tavern. I am very sorry, but you made a mistake coming here alone. And it will be your last.
You swine!
Honest duel, though.
I hope you have said your prayers.
Totally hit you on your nose, man. Oh, damn. Damn. Damn indeed, sir. Oh, you gave up, huh?
I should search him. I may find something.
Maybe I should have talked to him. Game saved. Oh. Trunky. Bara en rak. So it's a German. Let's check here. I think we got upgradable items here. Yep. 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 He was an item upgrade. Mm-hmm. 50-56. It's not better than what we got. Duelist. Mountain steel. Thought it was pebbles. Can we read the documents? We, the aldermen of the great and glorious city of Passau, do hereby wish God's grace and mercy, and do offer God will to all and sundry princes, religious and secular, dukes and counts, margraves, barons, lords and other nobles, chamberlains, ministers and councillors, knights and squires, hetmen and captains, customs officials, treasurers and officials, and bailiffs of cities, towns and villages, and other settlements, and their elders and governors, and to all others who are subject and faithful to the Holy Roman Empire, and to all who, by the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ, shall take into their hands this missal. Esteemed, gracious, noble, and faithful friends, we hereby recommend to you, each and all, the holder of this parchment, the venerable knight Sir Aldrich, good gentleman and our loyal friend, who shall soon come to your kingdom of Bohemia, as our envoy and emissary, and we ask you to receive him upon his arrival with the same good will and respect you graciously afford us, to treat him kindly and to suffer him to travel and assist him in his journey, and to allow him safe conduct over all roads, ports, bridges, lands, fiefdoms, countries, provinces, cities, towns, castles, villages, and any other places in your kingdom of Bohemia, and by your good grace to see Sir Aldrich safe and unmolested passage in his mission to uphold the honor and good name of our great city, set down to the city of Passau in the year of our Lord. On April 2, test a conduct in Passau of a coin, which was a forgery of the Prague groschen recently discovered in the Passau House of Exchange. The test was conducted by Master Johannes Berryman, Honorable Council of the city of Passau, who was entrusted with the task by the city council and who, as a jeweler and goldsmith, has much experience in such matters. The test was supervised by the deputies of the city council Mr. Joachim Falkenberg, Conrad called Honey-Tongued, and Kuno Kaiser. Master Berryman surmised that the forgeries were very well fashioned and for a layman difficult to distinguish from genuine currency. It was also found that a counterfeit had been made by a new method, as yet unfamiliar to Master Berryman. The core of the coin is stamped from copper sheet, and the same is plated with silver amalgam. In imitation to the genuine article. Imitation. The master jeweler also noted that the design of the coin is sharply edged and of fine quality, indicating that the counterfeits had at their disposal a very well crafted pouch. Interesting. So, quest is back there. Let's go over here, eat and sleep. What am I doing here? Is he below me? Seems like we have a quest in here as well.
I'm glad you're here. What's happening, sir?
Uncle Sahanush sent for me. No doubt he wants to give me another ear bashing about the error of my ways. And he said to bring you too.
Sakra. That doesn't sound good.
Indeed. I wonder what he wants to lecture me about this time. And you, because you're going with me.
Alright, we should get going then, shouldn't we, Sir Hans? The sooner we get it over and done with, the better.
I suppose so. Right away. I put some of my old clothes in a trunk for you. I don't want you making me look bad in front of Hanush. And I see I did the right thing. Jesus, Henry, if you're going to be my companion, you have to look the part.
Thanks, sir, but I'd rather go as I am.
You'd rather disgrace me? Well, I'm in no mood to argue with you. Come on then.
Well, my ward and his, what shall we say, chaperone.
Uncle.
My lord?
I hope we haven't dragged you away from anything too important.
Not at all, Uncle. We
like
were just...
boozing and whoring, for instance.
Uncle, I can...
Perhaps you were busy, causing mayhem in the middle of the night and beating up my subjects.
No, it wasn't... Henry and I were just...
Henry's as big a fool as you are. But he's not my ward, thank Christ. What the hell do the pair of you think you're doing? There are people in this fiefdom who work from dawn to dusk to put food on their tables, and on yours, may I remind you. And then they look at you, Hans, their lord and master, and see a drunken layabout. That fellow you beat up last night was a guard, a new guard on the town watch. And he couldn't report for duty this morning because of his injuries. I had the bailiff here complaining, and could I tell him what I really think about this whole sorry affair? Of course not. That would demean me. And you too. So I had to sit gaping like a stuffed owl and listen to his grievances. Maybe you think because you're the lord here you can get away with anything. But you're sadly mistaken, you blockhead. A lord remains a lord only as long as he commands the loyalty of his subjects. And I'm sure I don't have to tell you the folk here are not exactly enchanted at the prospect of having you in charge.
He's actually a good guy.
That was the last straw, Capon. One more of your escapades and I'll send you to your mother in Polnar. For all I care, she can dress you up like a wench and marry you off to some Hungarian.
Uncle, that arson Archibald tried to murder me. What was I to do?
Oh, don't exaggerate. Well, I'm hardly surprised after you molested his girl and humiliated him.
I was only...
Oh, don't whine, for heaven's
sorry.
sake. It's about time you started taking some responsibility. I have a job for you. Maybe that will keep you out of mischief. Sir Milota of Oleshna has turned up here. Do you know him?
Isn't he Sir Bernard's cousin?
He is. He came here with the remnants of his retinue to seek refuge. He's seriously wounded.
What happened to him, sir?
His fortress Oleshna was attacked by one Wulfrin of Camburg. Milota pursued him almost as far as Neuhof and engaged with him. Unfortunately, the skirmish didn't end well for Milota.
Wulflin of Camburg, that name is familiar.
He's kin to the Oleshna lords, too, a cousin of Bernard's and Milota's. Their family affairs are a little complicated. None of my business, of course. I just wish they'd found somewhere else to thrash out their differences.
What do you want us to do, sir?
Go and see Bernard in the courtyard. He got a report that Wulflin pillaged some other farms around Neuhof, and he's putting a squad together to ride against him. Mind your step, though. It's a family affair, after all. Maybe more to it than meets the eye. The important thing is to get that damn scavenger out of the domain. If possible, without bloodshed. I can't afford to lose any men over this business. Have I made myself clear?
Yes, sir.
Very well, Uncle.
Get to work, then.
Well, Henry, it cost me a lot of effort, but it seems I've finally succeeded in making a half-decent warrior out of you. Anything I can do for you?
So, what do you think about this?
Old Hanush is right about one thing. It's time to stop chasing wenches and start chasing bandits. It'll be a bit of excitement for a change.
I agree. I was worried you'd be upset after Sir Hanish's speech.
Why would I? I finally have a chance to show Uncle what I can do. I can't wait. We'll ride there, hack those bastards to pieces, and celebrate with a good drink in the evening.
That sounds like a good plan. Let's get to it.
Take care.
Go to Bernard and join the squad. Are you Bernard? Who's Bernard?
God save you, Henry.
Sir Hanish sent me, Captain. I'm to join your mission. And Sir Hans, too.
Then mount up, youngster, and we'll move out.
Oh, loyal pebbles.
Lord Capon, when we get there, I'd like you to hold back.
You can forget about that, Bernard. I'm not going on an outing. Hanush sent me to handle this matter, and handle it I will. I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen, Bernard. About this robber.
Yeah.
I heard some rumors.
About his being a relative of mine?
Yeah.
Something like that.
We have the same great-grandfather, Urban, Baron of Oleshna. Wilton belongs to a distant branch of my family, which, let's just say they bring no honor to our name.
But I heard Wilton of Camden was hanged somewhere in Silesia after plundering the bishop's estates.
I heard the same. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you've heard what they say about the Camberg branch of my family.
That they're cursed. Now, Bernard, don't think of the role of them.
Do what you like. I heard it from my grandfather.
Yeah.
He never paid attention to old wives' tales.
I meant no offense, Captain. Well, tell me all about it then. After all, there's no smoke without fire. And I never heard about the Camberg family from a member of the family.
Very well. Home we always spoken whispers
Yeah.
about our Camberg relatives. Wolfen's father, Wilhelm, came to visit. I'm almost ashamed to say it.
You can rely on my discretion, Captain.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Well, the servants were so afraid of him that they went and hid in the barn. Father had
Yeah.
them whipped. Even then, they wouldn't go near Wilhelm. They were afraid he cursed them. I couldn't blame them.
Why
Yeah.
is that?
Well, Wilhelm's face was so badly disfigured, folk would cross themselves when they saw him. I was afraid of him myself as a boy.
Yeah.
Was he wounded in war?
No, he was born that way. See, his mother, Countess Barbara of Hogwitz, didn't want to marry Wilhelm's father, my grandfather's brother. She never wanted to bear his children. So, she fell pregnant. So she took to a witch to get rid of the child. She ended up
Yeah.
having quintuplets. Can you imagine it? 5 babes born in one night?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ!
That's not all. 4 of them didn't live till dawn.
Yeah.
Only the 5th survived. He was this victim, Will.
Yeah.
Which cheated her. Instead of getting rid of the child, she put the devil's seed inside her.
Good Lord, how dreadful!
Well, Wilhelm carried that with him his
Yeah.
whole life. When his own wife was in childbed, he had 7 friars needling in her chamber day and night. It didn't stop the rumors, though.
Yeah.
When his son, Wolfen, was born, he looked normal enough. He turned out to be as wild as a stray tomcat.
It seems he hasn't grown out of it.
You're right about that.
Yeah.
A few years ago, so, Wolfen went off to Poland, and Wilhelm got worse and worse. He cursed everything and everyone in his path. Started throwing crockery at the servants. He was on his deathbed. He sent for a priest, not just to give him the last rites, because the devil would come out of him and possess someone else. Then later, Wolfen turned up, even though he was supposed to be dead for years. What would you say he was? That would stop the devil's story.
Sweet Jesus. It sounds a lot more convincing coming from you than the stories my nurses used to tell me. How are we supposed to deal with a monster like that?
Pray, Hans. Whoa! Vitus and Cyril.
Henry's come to see
I
you.
sent them to scout ahead.
Those bastards will pay for this.
They most certainly will. Let's go. We have to make camp. Hamlin, take 2 men and come back here later. I won't have Vitus and Cyril left as crow meat.
Yes, Captain.
So, someone's dead? I don't see any corpses. Back to reality. Story time is over when you find dead. I don't know. Are we colleagues or battle brothers? Maybe. Talk to Captain Bernard.
God be with you.
What do we do now?
First, we have to find out where those Horsons are holed up. According to the reports, they raided a few farms around here. So someone should go to those places and find out what they can. You should do it, Henry. My men would probably just startle them.
All right, Captain. I'll do that. Where are the farms?
One is uphill from Neuhof, right by the woods. One here above the woods by the crossroads, directly north from our camp.
Tell me, Captain, how come this Wolfen is attacking his own kin?
They say blood's thicker than water, but sometimes I wonder. Look at our king and Sigismund.
So what's the cause of your conflict with Wolfen?
Nothing in particular, just that he's a ruffian, a treacherous bastard, and a bandit. No wonder the whole Camberg clan is cursed.
How are you related?
Milota, Wolfen, and I have the same great-grandfather, Urban, Baron of Oleshna.
How do you mean cursed?
Like I said, Wolfen's grandfather married Countess Barbara of Hogwitz. She didn't want to bear his child and went to a witch to get rid of it. Only instead of getting rid of the unborn child, she ended up having 5.
What, all at the same time?
All in one night. But only one of them lived till morning. The youngest, Wilhelm. And his face was disfigured. They say the witch deceived the Countess, and it was Satan himself who impregnated her.
And you believe that story?
Depends how you look at it. Wilhelm wasn't a bad man while he was in his right mind, but he was terrifying to look at. I still get shivers down my spine when I think of him. As for Wolfen, word came that he died in Silesia. Then, one day, he appeared from nowhere. There are folk who say death has no power over him. Take care.
Wayfarer. Hans Capoon. Well, Hans, isn't this your hunting spot?